Om Shanti. Now ignite the fire of love and make your yoga volcanic, powerful mind. The sign of your having a powerful mind is that you can go wherever you want to in a second. When your mind has learned how to fly and develops that practice, you should be able to go wherever you want in a second. One moment, you would be in the corporeal world, and in a second, you should be in Paramdam. Now increase this practice. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Welcome to Vikti Parivar. Today's day 9. Now ignite the fire of love and make your yoga volcanic. Today's topic, powerful mind. Now we will listen to Mohini Didi.
Om Shanti. Generally, we use the word peaceful, but now Baba is saying we should use the word powerful. I am a peaceful soul and I am a powerful soul, right? Because we do say that soul is not only point of light, but also point of might, light and might. Right? Because within the soul, no, Baba gives example, when battery is down, then machine doesn't function, right? It starts, then stop. So we have to make sure that battery is full so that the energy, the power functions. One of the way which these days we have three types of power. We use solar, we use electricity, that is connection, but also third which we use is more into battery. At least charge battery if you cannot connect. So for us also, for our mind, to make it powerful. You know, some people, basically they are weak, you know. Their mind is weak, their thinking is weak, their body is weak. But we have to have determination that I have to be a powerful soul. I remember that when Dadis, they began service, They always used to, anything, how will you do this? Almighty Baba is with me. Almighty Baba. They will never say Baba, they will say Almighty Baba. And I realized that when they say it, it's just like my Baba is almighty. So I'm Baba's child, I am also almighty. Almighty word is quite powerful, right? That means you have all the powers, almighty. So I think this kind of practice, that Baba is almighty, I am Baba's child, almighty also, Master Almighty. There are many, I think hundreds of points by which we can choose and then make our minds powerful. Because many times when the body is weak, then disease comes. Means sometimes there is disease and then body becomes weak. But sometimes because you are weak, you get sick very quickly. Getting sick is that sign of deficiency. Something is lacking in your body. Maybe you don't have vitamin D or E. So I tell everyone that whenever you do your blood test, ask them what supplements, what is not in the blood, which vitamin is not there. Because our food really is not very balanced. So when food is not balanced, then the nutrition which is required for the body doesn't get it. Like how long do we sit in the sun? There was a time people used to sit in sun, but now we don't. So sun gives you certain things, fresh air, all the elements bring some supplement to your body. But we are not in contact with elements anymore. So there are many reasons, whether it is in the food or elements, and even if you sit in the fresh air, sometimes there is pollution. So you say, better I go sit inside. So all over, because it's a tamoguni world, everything is polluted, right? So that is why it is very necessary to look at that body, mind shouldn't be weak. It should be strong. And for that, no deficiency. So there are deficiency is a word which is a kind of something is lacking in you. I know many times Dari Janki, when she hears that this one got attached to this, attached, she said she has that weakness from very beginning. She must depend on something. But when you know that there is some weakness in me, if you look at your chart, that my weakness is I get disturbed quickly. My weakness is uh, some sisters come and tell me, oh, I have this weakness. I really want to be strong. So recognize the weakness and change it and become powerful. We are God's children, right? And we are the ones who will serve the world. So we have to be powerful. Think, see, knowledge is for churning. Think about it and find your weakness. And then, many times we give example. If your foot is weak, it will keep hurting. Same time, same spot, because it is weak. So when something is weak, then there is more attacks. So we have to become powerful so that we don't have attack of attachment or anger or greed. No. Maya cannot attack us. Have determination, right? The sign of your having a powerful mind is that you can go wherever you want in a second. When your mind has learned how to fly and develop that practice of flying, that you should be able to go wherever you want in a second. In a second, Paramdham. In a second, subtle regions. So Baba says that one moment you would be in the corporeal world, and in a second you should be in Paramdham. Now increase this practice. It's very, very important. Baba had been saying a lot about practice. And really, when you are in a good state of mind, it takes 1 second. Because you don't have to do anything. Mind is ready, mind is powerful. Just connect with Baba. Connect with Paramdham. Right? So, shall we do that practice now, today? So, let's take few minutes. First, you get detached from your body. Have the thought, body is just a vehicle, but I am the master. And I, as a soul, a point of light and also power, might. I am child of master, child and master of Almighty Baba. From Paramdham, I come to subtle regions to be with Avyakt Bapdada. And I take drishti from Baba and accumulate the power, power of love, power of peace, power of purity. So there is a long list of powers. Keep repeating, I am a powerful soul. And keep increasing your power. So it becomes a powerful thought. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti, Didi.
Hello, Vodiben. Welcome to
Thank you so much.
Shantiman.
Yes, I was seeing some pictures yesterday of the road being washed away. Up
Yeah,
to, yeah, has it been repaired or?
constant rain in Mount Shantiman is okay, but at the mountain, yeah,
Yeah,
lot of rain.
I was seeing that the whole road had disappeared, but
Mm.
I suppose they know how to deal with it. Um, this is very interesting. You know, you mentioned that some are weak. All of us are weak in some things, right? But, you know, I can never imagine that you were ever weak, you know, that you came to Baba strong and you just kept growing that. So sometimes Baba says about, uh, you know, the result of effort. So does someone who's weak, do they get more marks for their effort than someone who is just naturally strong?
Why should they get more marks?
Because they've made effort. Baba often says that it's on the basis of
Oh,
effort.
yeah,
I don't need to make any effort.
yeah, Baba. That is why Baba says, you take one step, I will come forward 10 steps.
Right. And this is
One,
something, yeah,
go ahead, yeah.
um, about the one step of courage. Can you identify what that one step is? Or is it different in every situation? What does a step of courage look like?
It's like you do it, what you have to do. Even maybe sometimes your mind, sometimes your body doesn't have that strength, but still you do it. And really, when you do it, you can see you got power, you enjoyed it, people benefited, you got many blessings, good wishes. You know, that means all that help comes to you. And then you feel strong, more confident that maybe I should do it. I shouldn't make a not maybe false excuse, but it's a valid excuse. But then you won't make it in future. There will be more and more courage in the life,
Oh,
more and more trust, more and more trust also.
yeah, I've seen that. Um, this word, you know, and you mentioned it earlier too. One thing is where there's weakness, and I see the symptoms of the weakness, you know, just like an illness. I've got these symptoms, I have a rash and headaches or whatever. But what is the root cause? Is it important for us to find the root cause of the weakness? And um, can I do that by myself or can I take someone's help?
I think root cause is some of the sanskars, right? And it's always good to find out which sanskar is creating this kind of reactions or state of mind. Because when you find, then, there is vice and virtue. That means I get upset, maybe because I'm impatient, I don't have patience. So when I find out my weakness, then only I can have power or I can fill that weakness. No? As I mentioned in the beginning, that supplements, they
Mm-hmm.
are making body weak, then you need supplements. But if we don't know, don't diagnose what kind, so I think it's important to kind of see the root cause of that weakness. That's what I feel. And then when you find out, then you can make efforts of that quality or that direction, that I need to practice this or create more self-trust, have more determination. So I think it's important to find out why there is this weakness. Like there is an anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, then you kind of replace it with someone of the power that will help.
Yeah, that's interesting. So it may not just that I suddenly become not anxious because
Mm.
I'm, and sometimes it's easier to see other people. And so someone wanting to deal with what is a negative sanskar, being aware of it and knowing that it has caused problems for themselves and for others. But at the same time, they're not actually working so much on that sanskar, but increasing something they have already, like love, for instance. That I see them working on increasing the love rather than the other thing, which I think is a method as well, no? That I sometimes say can't get rid of the anxiety, but maybe I can focus on a quality that I already have, increasing that quality of kindness or helpfulness or whatever. Is that
Yeah,
possible?
definitely, because virtue is power. So if you pay attention, not only removing that weakness,
Yeah,
but balancing it with a virtue. No?
with something else that
Yeah.
makes it easy, that you already have
Mm.
that quality to some degree. So increasing that one can help negate or lessen the defect. Yeah.
Yeah.
And this, I was wondering about this word courage, because does he use the English word or does he use the Hindi word for courage?
Hindi.
He uses,
Hemant.
because the English
Hemant.
word, it doesn't mean bravery, but the etymology of it is that the beginning of it comes from the French word heart, and so it's to do with kind of speaking your mind, opening your heart to what it is that you are. And so I just think it's very interesting, the use of that word and the need to reveal yourself to Baba. Baba, this is what's going on with me. This is what my heart is. So I was wondering if there was any similarity in the Hindi, but I guess not. So the courage to kind of be yourself, to open your heart, because that's needed, isn't it? If I want to free myself from something, being able to say, Baba, this is where I'm having difficulty. And then this intention.
One of the problem these days is that we live our life with our intellect,
Okay.
not from the heart.
Interesting.
So then when you do with intellect, you are professional, you keep doing it, but somewhere you are blocking your feelings.
Nice.
That can affect your immune system,
Oh,
whether it is mental or physical.
very good.
It's all right. I think, as I said, intellectual can also open heart, right? Doesn't not to. I'm not living only because of what I know as my profession, but
Mm-hmm.
there has to be openness. There has to be that emotional, in the sense of somewhere intellectuals suppress their emotions.
I like this.
Because
I like this.
yeah, your compassion, your kindness, your
Yeah,
love, all
'cause
that is very important in the life, isn't it?
I think you were saying it a while ago too, this idea that principally we're feeling beings, no? Not feeling in terms of sensitivity. Yes, it can be reduced to sensitivity, but we are primarily feeling beings. You're talking about love. Love isn't an intellectual thing, is it?
Mhm. Love can be from heart, and it could be for something, not real. In the sense of you like something, or somebody praise you, or somebody listens to you, someone is obedient to you, you love them.
Yeah.
But that's not necessarily true love. No.
No, absolutely not.
For me, love is for everyone, some or other. But of course, as Baba also loves children who are obedient, those who are faithful, Baba will love them more. Same happens with us too. But love is for everyone. No? The kindness is not only for few people. So I think somewhere intellect could also block a lot of energy.
I think so. And would you say that, I know it's not an absolute thing, but where the intellect, especially where there's a little arrogance of the intellect, that can create either health situations, relationship situations. Things will happen to try to bring me back to the true love, the real love, the divine love, the original love, And so then these little tests that come in terms of health or wealth or relationships.
Yeah.
Is it because I've blocked something in my heart?
Yeah, I feel that one should be, very open, honest, definitely. Everyone is honest in their own way, but not maybe with their own self. No,
Yes.
it's all right. Whatever I am, I am. No fear to express it, right? But of course, like when we come to Baba, Baba said, don't take sorrow. But you have sorrow. You have to recognize and kind of heal it or do something about that. If you don't do it, it will cause some damage somewhere because you are intellectually accepting something and you're forcing it on yourself. But maybe your heart is still hurt. So you have to heal your heart, right? So a lot of circumstances come in our lives which we don't know how to deal with. But if we can, I think just that's why Baba says, be light, be light. So why he says light? So that there is no heaviness or burden of any kind, because that affects the soul and body both. No? Any kind of heaviness.
It was a realization while I was away. This thing of one thing is sorrow, which is often to do with the moment, and people do have traumas, but where there would be a sadness sometimes that would come. And I had the realization that the sadness was maybe from something in childhood. The little child didn't know how to deal with it. The little child just went ahead and played and did everything, but that it was like a residual thing. So it wasn't that there was anybody to blame for it or to go back and, fix it with someone, but just that recognition that it wasn't attended to. You didn't have the ability as a child to work it out. And so that sometimes we all find that suddenly this sadness comes from somewhere and there's no reason for it in the present. And so just to be able to put it in context. But if there is sorrow in a situation that because of a relationship with someone, is it good to speak to them and say, I still haven't resolved this. Can you help me with it?
Yeah, that's one of the ways that in the sense of. But then some people don't get maybe opportunity, or
No.
if they get, then again their ego or
Yeah.
intellect will block it. But somewhere we can talk in a subtle way also
Oh, nice.
through
So
the mind, through the mind.
Okay, tell me more.
Instead of leaving that blockage between two souls,
Mm-hmm.
if soul can talk to the soul, because other person is or maybe not willing yet to converse, because these are very subtle karmic accounts. But I think we can settle it, whether through angelic stage or sitting with Baba, bringing that soul in front. I think it can be resolved. That's what I feel.
Very nice.
Through
I love.
some kind of communication.
Right.
I was mentioning few days ago that Dari Gulzar, when they asked me if there is anyone who is not happy with you. So I said one or two souls. Have you tried to talk to them? I said no. Then she told me why this soul is not happy. Because one time you said like this, she took it seriously. So if you talk, that can be resolved. So I like it. It's not I did it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, but luckily this time it happened that I was coming from that somewhere and she was also. And I just shook her hand and smiled and talked. And we shared few words. So if there is desire, willingness, it will happen.
I
That's what I
I think so. There has to be not the attachment to the hurt, but the willingness to make everything loving again. Very nice. That's very practical, Didi. I like that a lot. Thank you.
because those souls, they become obstacles in some way or other.
Yeah.
My spiritual life or my duty or whatever. So it's always good somewhere to resolve.
Good.
And one of the good thing is some kind of communication.
Nice note to finish on. Thank you very much, Didi. Okay. Om
Okay, buddy. Om Shanti.